Yeah, welcome back everybody to the Ultimate Racing League for round 9 of this 10-week championship. And for this one, we're at the Yas Marina circuit in Dubai. And as you can see, it's nighttime racing, which I'm not a fan of, but we've got that much artificial light coming onto this track. I don't think you could really call it nighttime racing, but there you go, looking forward to it. It's nice and bright and colourful here. Motorstorm then takes pole position after the qualifying, followed by Brisbane in second. Pat takes third, followed by Scott in fourth. Victor is fifth on the grid, followed by Frowney sixth. Seventh place goes to Panic at the Tesco. Enzo Jack is eighth place, and cheers for saving the races, Enzo. Matty is ninth, Fitzy 10th, Harry G 11th. Unforgiven 12th, and Mr. Smith in 13th. So again, we've got a good grid for this race. 25 laps. For those guys that do not know, all three compounds of tyre must be used: softs, medium and hards, in any order you like. So here we go then. This has got to be the most brightest, colourfulest track. Oh dear me. The Motorstorm gets a bit of a... Oh, it's all going off there at the big... Oh, we'll have to go back here a bit, guys. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we'll try and pick the car up this time round. We've slammed it into the barrier somewhere near the back of the pack. Is it Enzo? No. Oh, everything's going off. Bit of carnage, actually. We've got what we got off here, 3-4 cars. Let you guys work that one out. So I was just about to say, before this round, we have not had a safety car whatsoever from this league in this championship. And have we got one now? Well, it definitely looks like it, doesn't it? The first safety car of this championship is out. We won't go back there again and have a look at the carnage because, yeah, it's just a bit too much to take in, really. Only on lap 1. But then again, it's great entertainment for you guys. I think we'll just wait until everybody bunches back up and we'll be back underway. So this track has got a couple of half decent straights on it where the guys can get the old booty down a bit, give it a bit of power, but at the same time there is a lot of very tight corners on this track, and penalty wise, if you run a bit wide, this circuit's quite forgiving, so hopefully the racers won't take the piddle out of that, and I don't think they will. They're a bit more pro than that. So hopefully at the end of, or the start of the next lap, which we're coming to now shortly, hopefully the guys will be away once more. Great opportunity to have a little sipple. There's Motorstorm, trying to keep as close as he can to Brisbane. Here we go then, off once more, still on lap 1. Hopefully everybody can keep it nice and clean this time. Just going to have a run through the cars here just to make sure they all get through there nice and tidy, which is looking like they are going to. Oh, we have a second penalty already for Mr. Smith. I was saying just a moment or two, this track is quite forgiving regarding penalties, but not for Mr. Smith. So through the hotel section for the first time here on lap 1. We're going to have a little mention about that hotel the next time round. Actually, I've got a little fun fact for you guys. But for the meantime, looks like Motorstorm and Brisbane or should I say Brisbane and Motorstorm, and possibly Pat, trying to pull a bit of a lead away at the moment. I'm not sure if there's some sort of story around this track with the purple lighting seems to stand out more than any other colour. I'm not quite if there's any significance in that. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I have to look that one up. So it's still looking good for Brisbane. I'm going to go down through the fields, have a look, see what everybody's doing. Motorstorm then partly top three. Fitzy in fourth place. We're not quite sure what's it. Oh, racing hard for Panic at the Tesco. I didn't have a look what Brisbane tyre is running, what tyres he is running, but we will go back to that one shortly. Unforgiven on the racing mediums in his green mobile. Matty and Mr. Harry having a great little scrap at the moment. These two guys are pretty close together. Not too far behind him is Scott. So we've got quite a few little battles going off. This is probably the closest bunch at the moment. Look at that Harry G trying to... No, it's not. Yeah, yes, no, maybe. Not quite there for Harry G, and Matty hangs on to 7th position. As we go through the hotel section once more, we're going to mention the old roof fun fact of the day for you guys. Whether you want to know or not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Well, would you if I could find my glasses? Maybe I'll tell you later because I can't find my glasses at the moment. We'll maybe go around next time for the fun fact. It's the trouble with getting older, guys. You need your glasses to see just about everything. If you ain't got them, you're absolutely, yeah, you know what. So Harry G and another look at Matty, not quite close enough on this occasion. Scott's not too far behind him. Frowning's having a little bit of fun at the moment with Mr. Smith and Victor. He wants to join the party. Two's company, three's a crowd and all that. And at the back there at the moment is Enzo Jack. I'll tell you what though, he's not far off Victor, is he? So these guys actually, on the whole, are pretty much still bunched up together actually. There's no massive gaps currently. So I raced on this track the other night in my league and in the GR4 cars and came last. Love it. Come to think of it, I think I've come last or thereabouts in most races of the season. So it's all looking good for relegation, hopefully. Most guys want to get promoted, I want to get relegated. There you go. Look at it. There's a hotel roof. Look at that for a hotel roof. Right, fun fact of the day, guys. So this roof was designed by a guy who, unfortunately, I can't pronounce his name. But it's a New York-based firm, and they completed the roof in 2009. And here's the biggie. It features over 5,800 pivoting glass panels and integrated LED lighting. So there you go, guys. Fun fact of the day. It's the only one you're getting. Not that I'm tight. But we have got another fun fact actually. We've got 60,000 fans wrapped round this track for this race, and I think 60,000 actually is the max capacity. So people must be enjoying the racing so far in this championship. We've got with having a sell-out crowd here. Racing mediums for Pat currently sitting in 3rd position, and I think, without checking, he is top of the league at the moment. I might be wrong, I'm just having a little guess. Fitzy in 4th. We've got a gap down to him and Unforgiven. Harry G. Now then, where's the closest battle on the track? This could possibly be it here, from 7th down to 13th actually. Lap 4 of 25, 156.035. Motorstorm currently sitting in 2nd. He is your fastest guy presently on track. So Scott's got his work cut out at the moment, and he is under major pressure from Matty. Is Matty going to go down the inside? He's going to pull it off. Ooh, but Scott gets a good drive through there, doesn't he? I'm not quite sure if Matty's going to hold on to, or is he? I think he might do. No, still pretty much neck and neck. Great racing, guys. Awesome stuff. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more of this from the other competitors. Look at that. There's your roof. That's a great shot there. I wouldn't fancy putting that together, would you? I can't even put two bricks together, never mind 5,800 glass panels. Knowing my luck, I'd probably drop them. The panels, that is, guys, the panels. Let's keep it in order. There's Mr. Smith getting chased down by Frowney. Nobody into the pitch yet, but then again, we're only on lap 5, so I'm not expecting anybody to come in just yet, unless they're in desperate need of the restroom. Enzo Jack has made the space up now on Victor. He was last Enzo Jack, so he's made a place up. His next target is Frowney. So as long as Enzo can keep his cool and keep that position and not let Victor take it back off him, it's looking good as he chases down Frowney. So let's go back up with your leader. Motorstorm in the lead from Brisbane in second, and not too far behind him is Pat in third. And they've got a nice little bit of a gap, haven't they, at the moment, the top three, down to your next guy, which is Fitzy in fourth. Love that yellow and black combination on his car. Looks pretty cool, actually, Fitzy. Well done, mate, if you made that livery yourself. If you didn't, it still looks good. No pressure on him at the moment. Panic is at the Tesco, is his next nearest rival. Unforgiven in sixth place. Harry G not too far behind him in seventh, just about half a second between them two. And what's next nearest one is Matty Smith and Scott. 8th, 9th and 10th. Oh, just a little tap there of the barrier from was it Matty? Oh, he's lost a couple of places there. I got a bit mesmerised by his little touch of the barrier. I wasn't really concentrating what was going off, but I think he might have lost a couple of places into 10th place. Frowney in 11th, Victor in 12th, and then Enzo Jack has lost the place to Victor again. So Victor and Enzo Jack swapping places, it seems like every few corners at the moment. We missed that one, unfortunately. Probably a bit too far to go back, so we'll leave that one just for now. I think that battle's going to rage on till the end between Enzo Jack and Victor. So this track in length, I found my glasses again. So we've got 16 corners around this track, and it's a 3.281 mile track, so it's a pretty hefty length. And as you can see, 156s, 155s from your race leader, Motorstorm, deciding to go with the racing medium compound of tyre for his first stint. Well, that would be pretty cool, actually, to see him win a race. Brisbane's second, and Pat is still in third position. So it looks like the gap between Pat and Fitzy has increased, maybe possibly a little bit. Not by a massive amount, but I think Fitzy will be a happy chappy at the moment. He doesn't have to worry about any major pressure. His next nearest rival behind him is Panic at the Tesco. Let's have a look at Panic, currently sitting in 5th position on the racing hard compound of tyres, and very consistent 157s with just 158. And there you go, into the pits for Panic. Let's see how quick his pit crew are. Is he paying them good dollar? A splash of the old fuel goes into the old tank. And out he comes. Let's see what he's going on to as he exit the pits. It's quite a long exit actually on this track. Let's see what compound he's off onto. Racing Soft, there you go. So Panic going onto the Racing Soft, obviously he's going to be on a charge now once his tyres warm up. Frowney and Enzo Jack also into the pits. Looking good though for Motorstorm here at the moment. His tyre wear's looking pretty good, nothing wrong with his fuel whatsoever. And it's looking pretty similar actually for your second place guy, Brisbane. And so the top three all running the same compound of tyre. Pretty similar on the fuel. So that could be an interesting battle to the end of the race. Same goes for fourth place on the racing mediums, and fifth and sixth. So quite a few guys started on the racing medium compound. Maybe they know something that we don't. Who knows? I know what I need, and it's not a racing compound of tyre. It's a splash of the old you know what. So quite enjoying this battle at the moment between Unforgiven and Scott, and we've not had an onboard camera yet, have we? Which I think I'm going to go for now. I think let's go on board with. I was going to go on board with Scott when I know which bloody button to press. There we go. That's the one. I knew it was there somewhere. Let's watch Unforgiven and Scott for a few corners, see if can Scott get his magnet working and pull Unforgiven in. Next week, guys, for the final round of the championship. And considering this is a 10-week championship, or 10-round championship, yeah, 10 weeks, it has gone really, really quick. We're at the Villeneuve track for the final one. Looking forward to it. So these guys are pretty much staying pretty similar space between them, although it does look a little bit closer on that camera shot than we did in the in-car view, but we'll leave that one for now. Mr. Smith in 8th place. I think he'll be fairly happy. Again, no major pressure on him, but the two cars not far behind him. So yeah, Panic made his pit stop, didn't he, which is currently sitting in 11th place. That will change for him shortly when the other guys do make their pit stop. Victor 9th, there goes Matty, where's Enzo, up into 12th, and Frowney in 13th. So have a look at their, yeah, so Frowney's pitted, yeah, them two guys have pitted. We're having a bit of fun, aren't they, at the back of the pack? I'd be quite happy having a little battle at the back, at the back. Whatever it is, yeah. Who said the English language wasn't easy to learn? Anyway, Motorstorm P1. Currently on the racing mediums, quarter of a tank of fuel, tyres looking not too bad. Very consistent lap times on the 155s and 156s. So no wonder this guy is leading, and 156 and 157. Just a slight difference in lap times. No, it's not a major difference, but just a little bit. And I guess that little bit makes all the difference. So she says. Pat in third. He's been in third position, hasn't he? I think most of this race. He's going to get a few more laps yet out of them tyres, I think. Depends how far he wants to push it before he makes the change. So we can't write off Pat just yet to take the win here at Yas Marina. Oh, I just love that roof. I wish I had a roof like that on my house. That'd be pretty cool. I think it'd stand out a bit, wouldn't it? I definitely don't live in a posh area, that's for sure. Anyway, Fitzy in fourth, which I think again, same with Pat. I think fourth place has been pretty consistent for Fitzy in this race. Lap 10 of 25. Not quite halfway yet, we're nearly there. Harry G, he's having a good one. The old camel livery. I don't think we're going to get any rain. And mind you, in a place like Dubai, I don't think they do get much rain, actually. It's not like the UK, where it pulsates it down more or less nearly every day. Anyway, Scott and Fitzy. No, it's not Scott and Fitzy, it's Scott and Unforgiven. I think I've got Fitzy on my mind at the moment. Anyway, here we go, down the inside. Is he close enough? I don't think he's going to be this time, but I could be wrong. Ooh, he's got him. So, yeah, that was a good pass there from Monsieur Scott. Rolls himself up into 6th position. I don't think Unforgiven will be happy chappy with that happening. If he can stay with him, I'm sure he will fight for that position back. He's not going to sit there, is he, and just give it him, I think. Wouldn't be much of a racer, would he, if he didn't try to get that position back, which I'm sure he will go for. His fuel looking not too healthy. Next lap or two, I think he will be in. Mr. Smith in 8th position, followed by Victor in 9th. We've got Panic at the Tesco in 10th. He's made the place up. I think when he came out the pits, he was in 11, if I remember rightly, and he's moved himself up into 10th, so looking good for him at the moment. Frowney 11th place. Let's take a look at Frowney. Not seen him much in this race, I don't think, so far. So we'll do a few corners with Frowney. Enzo Jack is chasing him down, and Frowney's next target is Fitzy, who is just coming to the pit. So here's Frowney going to take that position off Fitzy while he does his pit stop. It's going to be pretty close. I'm going to stay with Frowney, see if he goes past Fitzy while he sits in the pits. And there you go, and he does. Frowney now up into 10th place with his rather cool Pepsi livery. Enzo Jack 11th, Fitzy 12th, and Matty currently sitting in 13th position. Has just made his pit stop on the racing medium compound of tyre. So let's go with your leader, Motorstorm. Still looking good for him at the moment. It's not easy though, keeping your concentration up for 25 laps on in these endurance races, and he will definitely be coming in end of this next lap. Or if he does not, he will be running on fresh air. As you can see, his old fuel tank's looking a bit sparse. Same goes for Brisbane, although his tank is not looking as bad as Motorstorm. I'm sure he will be pitting also. Harry G, Unforgiven, into the pits on lap 12. Well, excuse me, lap 12 of 25. Must be wine gone. I'd like to see Pat maybe in a different position, because he's been in 3rd place all this race, I think, or thereabouts anyway. Although I don't think he'll be too worried because, you know, he's currently on the podium. Plenty of wine and champers and everything else that goes with it. Mr. Smith getting chased down Victor on lap 12. Not for much longer because he will be pitting as well because he's also running on fresh air. Nice shot there of the old grandstand here at Yas Marina's. 154.470. Panic at the Tesco. So Panic on the Racing Soft compound of tyre, if I remember rightly, has just put the fastest lap in. So he is on a definite charge, currently sitting in 7th position on the track. Very good indeed. Victor, there's Panic, there's your fastest guy. Frowney. So Motorstorm and Brisbane, your top two guys, into the pits. Also Pat, so yeah, your top three into the pits. So let me just go back to the 4th place guy, which is Scott. Oh no, he's in the pits also. Never mind. Oh, Smith into the pits as well, is he? Oh jeez. I want to see somebody. Here we go. Panic. So he made a couple of places up there and another place. Is he going to make? Is he going to go? Oh, he moves up into 1st place. Wow. Now then, this could be a game changer. I expected Panic to make a few places up, but I didn't expect him to make that many places up. It put him into the lead. I don't think he's going to be there too long, is he? Because his Racing Soft compounded tyre is wearing faster than a nun's. Yeah, we won't go there. Anyway, Panic at the Tesco. Just for a short while, he will be a happy chappy, but he's going to have to come in shortly. On the Racing Hard compound is Brisbane. When Panic does make his pit stop, Brisbane, will take the lead. Ooh, so race strategy wise at the moment is looking really good for Brisbane, isn't it? Motorstorm in 3rd place. We've been so used to Pat residing in that 3rd position throughout this race so far, but no longer, because Motorstorm has got that position currently. Scott. Now then, who's after him? Oh, Pat's. Oh, look at this. Let's go on board with Pat. We've only had one on-board footage so far in this round. Oh, down the inside, surely. Has he got him? Can he get that power down nice and early? A little bit quicker than Scott, who knows? From this camera shot, can't really tell. Oh, it looks like it's still much neck and neck into the whole section. Oh, what a pass. Oh dear me. Maybe just give it just a few more. Oh, lucky there for Scott. He made the pass, but unfortunately he couldn't get his car stopped, or slowed down, should I say, not stopped, slowed down around that section. That was a great little battle there for a few seconds. Where is he? There's Scott. He's pretty much sticking with him, you know. He's not that far behind him, because he put them brakes on really hard, and you know, Pat went through, took that position, but that was a great little scrap there. Quite enjoyed that one actually. Frowney, who's he battling with? Oh, Mr. Unforgiven and Fitzy, not too far behind. Look at that, right up the smelly end of Frowney's car. So Unforgiven has having a really good sniff at the moment of Frowney's exhaust pipe, which I don't think he'll be wanting sniffing it for too long. And there you go, down the inside. Is he going to take and gets a good drive through that corner? And I'm not going to say just yet, because these guys are still pretty much neck and neck. And yeah, Unforgiven's got him. So a good pass there from Unforgiven, taking Frowney. So Unforgiven up into 6th place. Frowney into 7th, but Frowney's fighting back now. Is he going to go down the inside? No, not quite this time, not quite close enough. But Fitzy is right on the tail of Frownley. Everything is happening here. Lap 14 of 25. Absolutely gung-ho. Loving it. Loving it. I wish we could see stuff like this every single lap. I'll be on cloud 9. Awesome racing, guys. I want to move from these, but I don't want to move from these because I've just got a funny feeling that I don't know if can Frownley get a little bit closer to Unforgiven, but he's got other things to think about at the moment because he's got Fitzy right up the ringer at the moment, literally up the ringer. Enzo Jack actually is not too far behind either. He's currently residing in a 9th position, which is good to see. Is Frownley going to... no. Cool, this is so close. Great racing here on lap 15 and 25, so if your mathematics is as good as mine, we've only got 10 laps 10 laps remaining of this race. Let's go down the field just a little bit more. There's Enzo Jack. He's done really well actually, Enzo Jack, because the start of the race he was in last position, and now look at him up into 8th place. So a combined effort of race strategy and quick racing on the track, on the old tarmac, has pulled Enzo up into 8th position, so well done to him. Mr. Smith in 9th place, Victor in 10th, Harry G followed by Matty and Panic at the Tesco. Full tank of fuel on the racing medium, so he's on a quick racing compound of tyre, so I expect him to move up a few places in this race. It's really funny because I sort of semi looking forward to this race and semi not, and actually it's turned out to be an absolute blinder, so absolutely loving it. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's the heat. It is a bit sticky out here. It doesn't get hot and sweaty in the UK like it does here. So Brisbane race leader from Motorstorm here. I think this battle is going to rage on for the remaining laps. I'm not quite sure where to put my money on this one actually. What we got? Racing soft. Ooh, racing hard for Brisbane. So given the choice, well not the choice, but given what these races are currently on regarding compound of tyre, you have got to fancy Motorstorm on the racing softs. But I have seen guys in the past being just as quick on the racing hard compound as the guy behind him on the racing soft, so you never know. I'm not going to put any money on this one actually. Pat back in his usual 3rd place once more. He's loving that 3rd position, isn't he? Maybe he knows he's going to get a bit more champagne if he finishes in 3rd position. Scott's doing a great job in 4th. On the racing hards though currently, and his fuel's not looking too good. So obviously he was going to be pitting end of this lap, which might give the opportunity for Unforgiven to take a spot off him on the racing soft. Just have a quarter of a tank of fuel. Around the hotel section once more for the 16th time. So looking good for Unforgiven to at least make another spot up when Scott does take the pits. There's Fitzy into the pits probably for the final time. Enzo Jack now moving up into 7th place. He's not going to be far off pitching, is he, for the final time? Enzo Jack, so he might lose a couple of places when he does make that pit stop. Oh, really loving this race, actually. It's been really good. Frowney's got his work cut out at the moment. No respite for him whatsoever. Then again, Enzo will be pitting on this one, so I don't think Frowney will be all that worried, given Enzo has to pit. But Frowney is not going to know that until he comes in anyway. Mr. Smith, who's he battling with? There we go, Victor. Nothing between these two guys. Difference, very massive difference on the racing compounds. One on racing hard, on the Victor on the racing soft. So you got to fancy Victor. A few guys that are racing here in this round. If you could just put a little comment on in the old comment box, if you may, and just let me know what you think about this racing track, because I'm sort of like, I don't know, 50-50 with it. I think it's because it's got such a lot of sharp corners. Sometimes you feel like you want to get going, but before you get to the next corner you have to slow down. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think about this track, if you may. Harry G on the racing hard, racing me. Sorry, look at that. All the guys pretty much at the back into the pits, apart from, oh dear, Fitzy, what happened there? Let's have a look at this one. Oh, just a little touch there, a minute touch of the old barrier. Oh, looky there for Fitzy. We've not seen too much of that, have we, in this race, apart from on lap one, which was pretty much carnage. So yeah, unlucky there for Fitzy. Now then, can he get round before the guys, or before the four guys in the pits come out? I think he may do, you know. He's on the racing hards. Moves himself up into 11th. He's going to take, no, 12th, sorry, now 12th place for Fitzy. Is he going to get round before Enzo Jack comes out the pits? And he does. And look at the gap there. Not much between them two guys, was there? That was pretty close. So Fitzy, after his little spin, got pretty lucky there and hangs on to 12th position. Meanwhile, Motorstorm, now then, it's looking really, really good for him. Just 6 laps remaining of this race here at Yas Marina. I wouldn't fancy paying the electric bill on this track, would you guys? Must be a pretty penny. Especially if you have the electricity rates like we have in the UK, which I'm sure they do not have in Dubai. Now then, is Motorstorm, does he have to make one more pit stop? Looking at his tyre wear, I think he may probably will. The question is, now there's Pat. As you can see by the track map in the top right hand corner of the screen, there's the gap. I wouldn't like to estimate how many seconds there is between first and second, but oh, this is going to be a really interesting finish, isn't it? Oh, surely Pat's got to come in also. I still got to put my money on Motorstorm, because he will have to pay it surely, and so will Pat. and Unforgiven definitely your top four. So your top four guys are definitely going to be pitting. There's Brisbane chasing down Victor. Is he going to go down the inside here on lap 19 of 25? No, not this time. Just Brisbane just sits behind him, playing it nice and cool. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, he's right at the smelly end, is he? Has he got the beans? I don't think he's got the beans, but he's definitely got the curry sauce. He's going to take him down the inside. No, yes, he does. Can he make it stick? And he does. So good pass there from Brisbane. Pulled it off. He is on the charge. Motorstorm 154.266. Fastest guy on the track is your race leader. Through the hotel section once more. Lap 19 of 25. Now things are really hotting up in this race regarding people's tyre wear and fuel and God knows what else. Unforgiven in the pits for the final time with just 5 laps remaining. Is Unforgiven going on to the racing hard compound? He's currently on the soft, so I'm going to guess he's going to go on the race hard, so I might be wrong. We'll come back to him shortly. It looks like his pit crew are on strike. No, they're not. There we go. He's coming out. We'll stay with him just to see what compound he is on. I'm going to guess they're racing hard. And currently he's going to he's going to rejoin in 7th. No, he's not. In 6th, rather. And there we go. Yeah, he's on the racing hard compound for his final pit stop. Oh, Motorstorm has definitely got a pit. Now let's look at part. Yeah, he's got a pit as well. Ooh, now then, Brisbane. You've got to fancy Brisbane, haven't you? He's on the racing soft. His tyres will see him out to the end of the race, so will his fuel. Tell you what, guys, I'm on it tonight, aren't I? Yes, I know. BS. It's looking good for Brisbane, surely. When Pat and Motorstorm come into the pits for the final one, Brisbane will take the lead unless he makes a boo-boo, which I don't think he will do. He's going to take the win here at Yas Marina. So there you go, Motorstorm is in as Brisbane goes through the hotel section. Pat is staying out on track, but I think he will be coming in end of this lap. Definitely. Look at the fuel. Right, we're going to go down the field. We know the top 3 is really hotting up. Victor into the pits for the final time. Panic at the Tesco is going to stay out, no problem for him at the moment. He's going to make a place upon Victor, and there you are, moves himself up into 4th position. Victor in the pits, Unforgiven, having a right scrap at the moment with Scott. Scott's absolutely loving it down the inside. Oh, and he takes him. Good pass there from Scott. Credit to him. I didn't think he was going to pull that one off there, but he put the hammer down, didn't he? And everything else that goes with it, maybe the 9-inch nails, and took that position, which Unforgiven's thinking, yes. I've got to get this guy back. Hang on, what's happening here at front here? Victor and Scott now 5th and 6th. Things really hotting up now in this closing 4 laps remaining of this race. Scott down the inside. Victor gets that power down nice and early. Just going to hang on to that 5th position, is he? Now then, you've got to maybe fancy Scott a little bit as we come down to this left-hander. 140 mile an hour plus down this section, 6th gear. It's going to be hard on the brakes as we come down to this left-hander. There we go. Hard on the brakes, down into 1st gear, 40 mile an hour plus around this section of the track. Victor 5th and Scott in 6th position. This is great scrap between these two guys. Unforgiven's not that far behind. We've got Harry G currently sitting in 8th position. Whew, no wonder I drink. Jesus Christ. Water, obviously, guys. I'm drinking water. Yes, more BS. Oh, he's really... Victor's not giving up the ghost, is he? Not by a country mile. Pat is into the pits. He moves himself down into third position. Motorstorm Hero in first. Brisbane in second place. Everything's... Let's go down. I'll tell you what. Let's go with your leader. Where are we when I get there? There we go. So there's your lead. Motorstorm Hero. Lap 22 of 25. Brisbane currently sitting in second position on the Racing Soft. Racing Hard compound for Motorstorm, Racing Soft for Brisbane. Then we've got Pat on the Racing Hard compound in third place. Panic at the Tesco, Racing Medium. Oh, he's not far behind Pat, is he now then? Can Panic at the Tesco, has he got enough laps in the bank to catch up to Pat? So it's okay catching up, but can he get past that? It's a question. Looking good for Scott, currently in fifth place. Victor in sixth position. Oh, a great scrap here between Unforgiven and Harry G. Harry G into seventh place. Unforgiven in eighth and Frown not too far behind. And Mr. Smith currently in 10th position. So into absolutely nuts. The last sort of 5 laps of this race, everybody's gone absolutely ballistic. But let's be fair about this. The whole of this race has been a bit of a stonker. Everything's been going off actually, but definitely in this remaining 5 laps, all hell is breaking loose here at Yas Marina, or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, there's Mr. Smith. Enzo Jack not too far behind him, currently sitting in 11th place. He's doing really well considering he was in 13th position at one point. Matty in 12th and Fitz is not too far behind him in 13th place. So the battle between 12th and 13th is definitely not over yet in this race. That could be a battle going off towards the end. Everybody should have pitted by now. And if they didn't, I'd like to know why, but I'm sure they have. And look at this Motorstorm Hero on the Racing Hard compound, not the best tyre to be on. Doesn't have to worry about his fuel, and he's got quite a healthy lead. Now then, Racing Soft, but as you can see, Brisbane is on the better racing compound of tyre, but they are very worn, so I don't think Brisbane, given his tyre wear, is going to catch up to Motorstorm. I think Motorstorm might take the victory here at Yas Marina. Pat in third place. Panic not too far behind him. Always after that third spot is Panic, and he wants to enjoy some champers. He wants to put himself on the old podium. And you know what? I sort of semi-fancy him to do it. Who knows? Pat is not going to be the easiest of guys to pass. Looking good for Scott at the moment. I think he's going to be well chuffed with that 5th position if he can hang on to that 5th place. He's got no major pressure on him at the moment. Tyre wear is looking not too bad considering it's only a few more laps remaining of this race. Harry G in 6th place. And I've got Victor and Frowney having a great little scrap here. Look at Frowney really giving it to Victor, isn't he? Frowney's like thinking, I think I must be a bit of a bad smell actually towards a Victor at the moment. Oh, Hammer is down. He's got the Marshall guitar amplifiers out. He's giving it as loud as he possibly can. Pepsi versus what's Victor running? Can't remember now. The G Zone. Pepsi versus G Zone. There we go. Unforgiven. Can't write Unforgiven off, can we? 9th place. You know what? If he gets a bit more of the hammer down, 2 laps remaining, he could pass Victor and Frowney. Who knows? You can definitely not write him off. Mr. Smith in 10th place. Enzo Jack is having a little look at Mr. Smith. Although I don't think he'll be wanting to look at his rear end for very, very long. He'll want to be past him. Then we've got Matty in 12th. He's pretty much on his own, and still is Fitzy currently sitting in 13th position. Let's go back up with your leader. Still looking good for Motorstorm, lap 24 of 25. And there you are, look at that for a shot of the old hotel roof. Sometimes I wish I was an architect designer. I'd be on a bit more than £13.70 an hour. So Motorstorm coming round to start the final lap of the race. There we go. He's on it like Wallace and Gromit. Brisbane in second place. Look at the gap, nothing between first and second really. Looks like Brisbane might just have enough fuel in his old tank to get round for one more lap. Question is, does he have to fuel save, or can he keep the hammer down? That's the question. I've got to say, guys, I've really loved all the rounds of this championship so far, but this round, this far, for some reason, has to be my favourite round. So credit to you guys, which I'm sure you're absolutely knackered given round 9 of 10. I'm gonna have to go. I'm just gonna quick flick through. Then we're gonna have to go with our leader because we do not want to miss him. Right, that'll do. Let's go back with your leader when we get there. Here we go. I'm going to stay with your leader now, Motorstorm. Can he pull it off? Surely. Coming up to the hotel section for the final time of this race. Massive credit to Motorstorm, actually. He has pulled it off. Look at that. Through his fuel. He's really pulled it off, hasn't he? He couldn't have judged it any better given his fuel wear. And there we go, across the line. Happy chappy, well done there to Motorstorm, taking the win here. Brisbane in second place. So yeah, Motorstorm, well done, mate. Yas Marina winner. Brisbane in second place. Now who's going to take the podium? I think it might be Pat just from Panic at the Tesco, and it is Pat from Panic. There we go, third and fourth place. Victor's definitely, sorry Victor, only about blah 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 blah. Scott, sorry. Everything's been absolutely nuts tonight in this race. It's been fantastic. There's Scott in 5th position. Harry G brings home in 6th place. Well done to him. Frowney, a nice, very good 7th place. Unforgiven just going to bring it home in 8th place from Victor in 9th place, followed by Mr. Smith in 10th, and Enzo Jack, well done to him, mate, in 11th place. Matty in 12th, and Victor's Fitzy. Jesus, get me names mixed up tonight, and Fitzy is going to bring home in 13th position. Fantastic racing, guys. Great credit to you all, and we'll see you next week for the final round of the championship. Awesome.